All week, we've been asking questions that nobody else is asking, presented our concerns about an alarming number of far-left radicals that the president is surrounded by. Even more alarming is that nobody has challenged any of the facts or answered any of the questions that we have posed. That is until last night. And I told you right at the very beginning, look, if somebody challenges a fact, we got it wrong. If I make a mistake, I'm going to admit to it. I'll lead it. I'm not going to bury it in the show. I want to lead it. After the show last night, the liberal blogs were on fire. And they pointed out a mistake. Take a look. Here it was. Oligarch. They said Glenn Beck is such a dumb dummy. He spells oligarch that way. You're right. See, here's what we were doing. We were talking about what is America transforming into? On the board, O-L-I-G-A-R-H. Huh. What's missing? Show the chalkboard from earlier this week, will you? There. Oh, that's the word that's missing. Oh, hang on just a second. So what we were missing yesterday was Czars. So the liberal blogs, who is smart, and they said that you couldn't learn, the progressives just wouldn't get it. What they taught us now is you can't spell oligarch without the Czars. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. You liberal bloggers, you need to stick around because I think you're going to be able to help America learn some more things. Come on, follow me. Hello, America. Boy, what a week it has been. The president, he said a couple of things. He said, you want to understand what I'm going to do and what my policies are, you got to look to the people around me. Okay, we've done that all week. He said he was going to fundamentally transform America. Oh, he's doing that. Since January 20th, he has been racing full steam ahead towards the transformation of America. But what is it we're transforming into? This week, I have to tell you, I've felt fear in this country for a long time, but I don't know if you can feel it. I feel a pivot point. It feels like as a nation we're waking up, and I think it's because you're seeing this puzzle piece together. We have shown you some amazing, frightening facts, and the White House hasn't challenged any of it. Unfortunately, I have a feeling that means they agree with the information we've presented on people like Green Job czar Van Jones. This guy is an avowed, self-admitted communist and a radical activist who co-founded the communist group Storm. That group describes themselves and their activities, and I quote, "We upheld the Marxist critique of capitalist exploitation. We agree with Lenin's analysis of the state and the party, and we found inspiration and guidance in the insurgent revolutionary strategies developed by third world revolutionaries like Mao Zedong and some other guy he named his kid after." The White House hasn't even bothered to spin the information. That information that we presented, or the information that we presented on the FCC diversity czar. This is disturbing. This man's name is Mark Lloyd. He actually lamented on the fact that non-state-run radio stations prevented the incredible revolution of Hugo Chavez in Venezuela.
In Venezuela, Chavez really an incredible revolution, democratic revolution, to begin to put in place things that we're going to have an impact on the people of Venezuela. The property owners and the folks who have been controlling the media in Venezuela rebelled, worked frankly with folks here in the U.S. government, worked to oust him. They came back in another revolution, and then Chavez began to take very seriously media in this country.
Wow, the pesky private sector and property owners. Oh, don't you just hate them? It is just littered with that non-propaganda talk, isn't it? We must stop that. And that is exactly what this man is prepared to do. Lloyd has talked about balancing out the airwaves, and that's not just conservatives. That's balancing them out with anyone who doesn't agree with the state and this new revolution. Again, the White House has not disputed any of this. Quite frankly, I've been wondering why. I think it's because, it can't be because you don't want to give me any more credibility. For the love of Pete, have you seen the ratings? People are watching this show. You can't just let this spill out. I think it's because they don't think it bothers you. This non-response should frighten you, especially in the light of the story of the Drudge Report today. Have you seen the front page of the Drudge Report? They're reporting today, and we're going to report on it on Monday in full detail, about a bill that would give Obama emergency control of the internet. It would allow the president, at his will, to shut the internet down. Boy, that sounds familiar, doesn't it? Oh, I remember. That's from another report we gave you this week. Czar Cass Sunstein's idea. How about this one? The New York chair of the Apollo Alliance, the people who designed the stimulus package, and you thought it was your representatives. His name is Jeff Jones. There's a pic. Oh, well, we couldn't really actually get a picture. We had to get his fingerprints and his mugshot there. Jeff Jones, before deciding, who to give your tax dollars to, Jones co-founded the Weather Underground. Why do I know that one? Oh, yeah, that's right. The guy that Barack Obama doesn't really even know, Bill Ayers. The Weather Underground is a domestic terrorist group that came out of the Communist Revolutionary SDS group, Students for Democratic Society, in the 1960s. Does that bother the White House that the guy who's helping write the stimulus package, another guy in the Weather Underground? Haven't gotten an answer from him yet. Apparently not. They haven't denied any of this, nor have they fired anybody or said, whoa, how did that happen? They haven't denounced these radical backgrounds or radical ideas. The Jones radical is currently helping New York spend more of the stimulus money. Yeah, that's right. He's in the state government, walking around helping them spend. Yet, the White House does seem pretty concerned about you. The DHS has warned of the rise in right-wing militia groups. Their report said that if you're concerned about legislation on tighter firearms, well, you just might be a part of a white supremacist militia movement. You gotta be kidding me. They're name-calling. Saul Alinsky, his big strategy was to take the enemy out of their comfort zone. Are you comfortable being, called and saying that you're in a militia group? I'm not. Van Jones and all of these czars, everybody in the White House, they know that. Why? They're radicals. Here's a quote from Van Jones. He said, quote, "We need to be about the expletive, somebody's expletive, somewhere. They have names and job descriptions. You have to be creative about how you engage the enemy. Because if you do it on his terms, the outcome is already known." Well, isn't that happening to us now? The outcome is already known. They call you a name and you get quiet. We're fighting at their level. We're taking it. We're being called a myriad of names. Greedy hate mongers who only care about profits for the big health insurance companies, whatever, and we cower. Well, tonight I'm going to lay out a plan. We're going to spend the next few minutes, the next hour, laying out a plan. It's the very beginning of it, but you build on it. And it doesn't involve militia groups or guns. First, step one, fear not. Take them on. We have been fighting on their terms, and Van Jones said himself, you know what the outcome is going to be. We're afraid to say anything. Well, it is time to forget that, America. Let's make them uncomfortable with the facts. These guys are Marxists in the White House. Is there any Democrat who is a normal Democrat that is comfortable with a communist advising the President of the United States? Not a communist from the 1950s, a communist from 4 years ago who I've never heard denounce it. I'll wait for your response.